What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be doing a discussion on the latest chapter of Naruto that was just released. Um, I'm assuming you guys have read it, so let's just get started. First off, I do have to say I really liked. First off, one thing I really love about Naruto is the intricacies of the drawings and how the characters are just drawn and the details with it, from their wardrobe to like all the little special things that make it Naruto and make it not just Naruto but very unique. Some manga series, even when you get far into them, everything's very basic. They got standard outfits, standard characters, that's it. Naruto, I really like it because it just looks so freaking cool. I mean, even DBZ, like at the end of the day, they don't really gain any sort of accessories or items or really cool stuff. They just power up more, their hair grows longer, that's it. Naruto, you got, these Rinnegan eyes, Sharingan eyes, you got all these weird Sage of the Six Path clothing, and so forth. And then the battle scenes are crazy because of everything that's going on with the tailed beast being sucked into one of them, and they're fighting and using ninjutsu. So that was pretty much the start of this chapter. We had Obito fighting it out with Madara. At first it seemed like, wow, Obito's actually doing pretty decent, and you see this weird stuff where they're like floating on water, but then there's like the tailed beast under it, and he's trying to rip the tailed beast out. And Obito has reobtained his Sage of the Six Paths staff, while Madara still has his Sage staff. So it's just like, it seems like it's not simply just an ability where only one person can have it. It's not like there's a limited amount. I mean, technically there is, but apparently it can be duplicated to a certain extent because now both of them have Sage staffs. They look different though, which is kind of weird. Obito's has rings on it. Anyhow, so you know what happened. Obito tries and steals parts of the tailed beast from Madara. Madara mocks him because he can barely get any. Then he smashes it against Madara. Then Madara, from there we realize, oh shoot, Madara's still on a completely different level. What can be done? And then comes this sort of it was a flashback that I actually really enjoyed. I actually really enjoyed the flashback. It was very representative of a lot of cool things, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. They've rejoined finally after all these years. Obito's not dead. They're gonna do some sort of secret strategy that they used when they were young, and now both Kamui, I mean technically these are both Obito's Sharingans, but I mean they've both been trained in different ways, Kakashi's and Obito's, and now both of these eyes will be used and their power will be revealed. Because let it be known that Obito is not just a Uchiha. He is probably one of the best Uchiha. Probably not the best. I mean, there have been some really good ones. But, I mean, what Sharingan allows for this is Manchu Sharingan. How many Uchiha have obtained Manchu Sharingan? And on top of that, how many of those come anywhere close to space-time ninjutsu? And I feel like that is the ultimate ninjutsu, next to maybe black and white ninjutsu and maybe Naruto's. I mean, it's subjective. But I feel like space and time. Like if you master space and time, like what else is there? Technically, it's more so just space, not really time at all. If he could master time as well, then it could be over. Not really, because even if you can time travel, unless you can go back and kill Madara when he was born or when he was young, like even if you go back in time, if you don't go back far enough, he can still beat you into the ground. I mean, sure, you can teleport to and fro. That doesn't mean Madara can't own you. And so after that, we get this sort of fight, this sort of tactical thing, which I thought was stupid. Honestly, and the fact that Madara at the end of it said, I didn't realize that they would both use Kamui at the same time, which would enhance the speed of his transport to the other dimension. I'm like, are you stupid, Madara? I thought that was incongruent and it didn't make sense based on the reality of the series, in my personal opinion. I personally felt that Madara, being the tactician he is, being how smart he is, how powerful he is now, for him to only consider the two ploys where it was kind of shown in the panel where either Obito teleports himself while Kakashi distracts Madara, or Kakashi teleports Obito while Obito distracts Madara. I mean, are you so stupid to a point you couldn't even think of that move? Like, they both use Kamui. That's like the whole point of it. So that, I thought that was stupid. And I mean, on top of that, like it really didn't make sense. But regardless, let's move on from there. So now Obito is in the other dimension, which I personally thought like there could have been a lot more potential for this. I thought there would be a lot more potential for it. I thought like, ooh, what's going on with this? Like when it was first revealed what Obito's technique was, where he could use like the space-time swap, or back when he was still very mysterious. I thought, dude, this guy probably has bags of tricks up his sleeve. He must be ridiculously strong. And it's like, nope, it's just this one, parlor trick over and over again, and he uses it in different ways. And I'm like, really? That's it? And so the chapter ends with him healing Naruto, putting in the rest of the Nine Tails into him. I personally thought it was sort of lame, to the point where it was like, okay, so you've healed Naruto. Like, the chapter ends with like this upbeat sort of thing. Now Naruto's healed. Once he gets revived, everything's fine. It's like, no, it's not fine. Naruto's still weak as ever. He can't survive without the QB inside of him. And on top of that, it's technically a different QB, so at the same time, it's like, this is the QB that was in Minato for all this time. So technically, and I feel like the author's going to screw up on this and forget about this, but technically this QB should be not the one that Naruto grew up with. So they have none of the experiences, and so I feel like it will still help Naruto, but not have that same sort of bond. And then finally, I just thought it was, I thought there was more potential. Like I thought this chapter, it was building towards some ridiculous, amazing ploy or tactic that we've seen used before that just blows your mind. I was thinking, you know what, Kakashi and Obito are going to do something amazing. Nope, they just used both eyes at the same time. It's kind of lame, and I really don't, like, obviously, based on just how the whole nature of these past hundreds of episodes work, hundreds of chapters work, I know that Naruto will save the day at the end of the day, and then the series will end. However, from a realistic perspective, from an objective perspective, had I not known that the author of Naruto is like a goody two shoes, I personally would think that, so what? Naruto's revived. You're still screwed. Madara is still strong as heck, and what are you gonna do? Regardless, I am very happy to see Guy Sensei. I really do think he's an awesome character. He's also really strong. Unfortunately, he never, I think he's been surpassed by Kakashi lately, and neither of them are that strong, or not even in the top 20 most powerful. Okay, not in the top 10 most powerful in the whole Naruto universe. But I really want to see their strength. And again, Rock Lee, when he was first introduced, I thought like he had so much potential, but he's been wiped out of the series, not even as a supporting character, just like a minor background character, which I was always let down on, because I thought, you know what, this guy's unique, he's super strong, he never uses ninjutsu, so that's like, maybe he's like the guy who like pulls it all together, because remember, last chapter, it was revealed that ninjutsu was what brought everybody together and made them all, I mean, it tore everyone apart, but Rock Lee never used ninjutsu, he only used physical abilities to fight, and he was so talented at it. And then, when he with the drunken fist part, I was just like, man, this guy is a prodigy. He's going to do amazing things. And then he just becomes a supporting character, a minor character, a weak character, which I didn't like. So I'm happy to see at least Guy Sensei back. Maybe he'll do some damage. Where will the series go? My general direction is it will end eventually, and Madara will be defeated, and Naruto will find some way of, fixing all of this and stopping the war and having peace between all nations. Maybe doing something reminiscent of another manga series, which I would not name in order not to spoil it. But, have all the ninjutsu just removed from everyone. But at the same time, I don't think that would solve war or, fighting or pain or death, because at the end of the day, look at us. We don't have ninjutsu, but humans are fighting amongst each other. So it's like, I don't know, like in this fairy tale world, I'm sure he'll come up with something to end it. I doubt the author of Naruto is that sort of person where he will end it in a tragic way. It reminds me of a lot of goody two shoes authors like J.K. Rowling, and they just can't bear to end it badly. And I don't think it should be ended badly either. But we'll see how it ends. And at the same time, it's from a realistic perspective, it's kind of unrealistic for a fairy tale ending where everyone's happy and everything's solved. Because if it were that simple, then it would happen in real life too. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more videos, it's completely free. I'll see you in my next video, and as always, like, favorite, and share this video with your friends. I'll see you later.